Welcome back to the review space. This is going to be my review for WWE No Mercy last night, October 9th, I think, 2016. And I'm just basically going to wing this particular review. I never took any notes. I wasn't able to take notes. I just watched the pay-per-view as it was. So this is going to be my review for No Mercy. So, first of all, this was not a bad pay-per-view overall. This had some pretty good matches, some pretty sweet, memorable moments here, but we're just going to go through it. I did not see the pre-show match. I think it was just a big 8-man tag team match. But that one, I tend to skip those anyway. So let's kick it off right away with the, oh my god, this was the AJ Styles defending his championship against Dean Ambrose and John Cena, the triple threat match for the WWE World title. They went well over 20 minutes with this one. This was a tremendous match. Easily one of the best matches, one of the best triple threats this year. It was fun. It was just a fun freaking match. They had a lot of solid spots. They had a lot of I love the little dual submission that freaking Dean Ambrose put on AJ, and then John Cena put the STFU. So Dean was doing the what do you call it, the calf killer on freaking AJ, and John Cena had the STF. Haha. He doesn't call it STFU, I don't think, anymore. It's just the STF now. But that was a cool spot. And then I thought that it was going to be I mean, I guess they canceled out that particular, that submission. Like, both of their submissions canceled out the other. So the match kept going, and then AJ Styles was able to retain the WWE title. Again, a solid match. I enjoyed it. This is cool, man. I mean, AJ Styles is just killing it. I knew he was going to freaking win. I expected him to retain. It just didn't make any sense for him to lose it right away. As far as Cena is concerned, getting the 16-time thing, that's probably going to be saved for some other pay-per-view. Probably WrestleMania. Probably. I mean, you never know. Maybe Royal Rumble or something like that. But I would guess that it's a WrestleMania moment for John Cena. He's probably going to defeat AJ Styles. I would imagine AJ to hold on to the title until next year or something like that. I mean, if all goes according to plan. That's what I would do. I would have him stay as the champion for that long, you know what I'm saying, and not go off track, not give it to somebody else, not give it to Dean Ambrose, because even with Ambrose, I mean, I think that Ambrose is not that over anymore, you know. He used to get a lot of pops, like loud crowd reaction, maybe a year and a half ago or something like that, you know, a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, and even maybe earlier this year, but he just hasn't been as over as he used to be, because it's just his star power has declined a little bit. I think that him being the champion, when he became the champion, that took away from his freaking his star power, because he wasn't booked properly. I feel like he was just kind of forgotten as a champion. Like he was just in shitty. His reign was shitty. You know, his reign wasn't great. So anyway, we got Nikki Bella going up against Carmella. This was a basic singles match. It felt like a Divas match from like 2006, 2007. You know, like this is not a woman's match where you have in-ring technical beasts like a Sasha Banks or a Charlotte or somebody like that. This was the Divas, and Carmella felt like a diva. Nikki Bella felt like a diva, even though they tried, even though it felt like it was a competitive match. Nikki Bella got the win, though. She hit the Rack Attack 2.0, which is basically just a TKO type of maneuver on Carmella. There was a few moments where Carmella looked like she was about to win. She had that submission locked in, the Code of Silence, which is a pretty cool looking move, I gotta say. But Nikki Bella gets her revenge on Carmella. I don't know if this feud is going to keep going. I have no idea where they're going to take this. I don't know, like, this is it for the Nikki Bella-Carmella thing, or Carmella's going to move on to something else, Nikki Bella's going to go after the championship, etc., etc. Heath Slater and Rhino defending their tag team titles against the Usos. This was for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. They went over 10 minutes here. This was... it's just a meh match, really. I like the theme song of the Usos. It just... man, it's just an aggressive, modern, like, trap-style beat. Dun 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 dun. I can't even do it. I can't even beatbox it. I can't even, like, hum it. But it sounds cool. It sounds really aggressive, and I'm feeling it. It's just that, I don't know what it is. I think with the Usos, they need more time on the microphone. It feels like there's just not enough invested, like, time into there's no, they don't have any promos where you get to like them or you get to hate them. They don't get a lot of time to speak, so it's almost like their personality is, now they're mean and now they're breaking people's legs and shit like that, but at the same time it doesn't feel like we're not connected to them in that sense. We don't have this like long-term fucking affinity to them. We don't look at them as these relatable guys because we don't really know much about them. They don't speak. They're not given opportunities to cut like long promos. So it's not like the New Day. The New Day, we know their personality. They have a ton of charisma. They get a lot of time on the microphone. The Usos are like the opposite of that. We never hear from the Usos. We barely hear from them. We get this impression that they have kind of like a hip-hop vibe going. They talk like they're hood, they got that, yo, what's up, yo? Yeah, we the Uso. Yeah, we about to whip your ass. They got that fucking swag to them. But at the same time, it's like I don't really care about their personality. They don't really stand out in that sense. Heath Slater and Rhino, though, I do like them, but it feels like they're just there now. They're the tag champs. They're just there. The crowd still likes them. The crowd, they still get reaction from the crowd. They get a bunch of heat, but it feels like they need a storyline with these guys where it's like just a couple of months ago, people cared about Heath Slater a lot more. He was getting his name chanted, and he was getting that because people cared about him. He had that freaking thing where he was trying to get signed. He was trying to get a contract. He was appearing on both shows, and it stood out. Heath Slater stood out. Now he's just a tag guy with Rhino. And even when Rhino does the gore, what I'm saying, which is basically just a spear, it doesn't even look that impactful when he did it on the Usos. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't even look as amazing as he used to back in the day when he would do it on The Rock, and The Rock would sell like crazy. He would do it on other guys like Christian. Christian would sell it like crazy. And it's just a generic fucking spear now. But anyway, I still like them, I still like Slater and Rhino. It's just that they need something going as far as storytelling. Baron Corbin defeating Jack Swagger in a singles match. This was a pretty boring match. It really didn't stand out at all. It was just 7.5 minutes, and two big guys, kind of a slow-paced match, or not much going on, not much like amazing, exciting stuff. But it was cool to see Jack Swagger. He got hit with Baron Corbin's finisher. That's a really sick move too. That's like one of the best finishers, and the way he took it, that's the elevation that he got. Like when his legs like basically stayed in the air, and it would just look so awesome because he's got this the long legs. His finishing move, what the hell is his finishing move called again? I tend to forget. I remember he has a move called the Deep Six, and that's a really cool move. The End of Days. That's the one. It's basically an STO type of maneuver. The End of Days. But yeah, the Deep Six stands out a lot more as far as, the name is concerned. Like, oh, the Deep Six. That was sweet, I love that move too. Now we got Dolph Ziggler going up against The Miz. This was career versus title. And absolutely amazing match. They went almost 20 minutes with this one. Tremendous match. This is the best match of the night. This was the special fucking moment of the night, I think. This should have main evented. It felt like a main event. This one should have probably gone last. This could have been like a WrestleMania match. This is how good it was. The crowd was totally into it. I was totally into it. It was career versus title. A lot of things going on. Maurice, she provided a lot of distraction. The Spirit Squads came out. They distracted the referee, but eventually they were just kicked out. And then the final moments of the match, Dolph Ziggler finally hit his freaking super kick, and he had no boot. His boot was basically removed, and just an overall amazing match, man. This was fucking awesome. This made the Intercontinental title feel special, and we don't really get that many moments with it anymore. It's supposed to be like the number 2 belt in the company, and that hasn't been the case for the past like 15, 16 years, but this was a special moment. This was a great match, and this is this kind of shit that makes the IC title worth fighting for. It's been such a watered down title for the past 15 years, 16 years, but this is one of those matches. They gotta have more matches like this for the IC title, Anyway, awesome, man. I can't praise this fucking match enough. This was great. One of the best of the year by far. Love the crowd reaction, like the storytelling. The only like minor criticism I have is Dolph Ziggler's attire. This guy's wearing pink. He's wearing pink fucking tights. I don't know. It's something about that I can't take seriously. I don't know if he's trying to go for some kind of Bret Hart look to him, mixed with Shawn Michaels, but it just doesn't feel like something that I would take seriously. He gotta have better looking colors. Why pink? What the fuck is up with the pink? Why does he wear pink? I don't fucking get it, you know? Is that his favorite color? Pink is a girl's color. That's a feminine color. It's a female color. You know what I mean? And certain guys could make it work. Bret Hart made it work in the early 90s. He had black and pink. And certain guys like that. But I mean, it's like, aside from Bret, aside from the Hart Foundation with Jim the Anvil, there's really not many people that had fucking pink and could make it work. And I don't think Dolph Ziggler made it work. He's better off with a color like a blue or anything else. Red, you know. Pure black. Maybe have a pure black attire. I don't know. Naomi defeating Alexa Bliss. This was kind of a surprise. They only went 5 minutes here. It really sucks that Becky Lynch was not able to perform. I actually looked it up as far as Becky Lynch's injury. So the benefits of doing a review later on in the, like a day later, is that you get to check out the freaking regarding Becky Lynch. So as far as Becky Lynch, her injury was undisclosed before the pay-per-view. WWE didn't specify the nature of Lynch's injury. The champion posted a photo of herself lying in bed. There's Becky giving the thumbs up sign. She's sitting on a hospital bed. She looks fine. You know, she's smiling and everything. She's at her looks like her spirits aren't completely down. Thank you for all the thoughts. I promise I'll do everything I can to get back ASAP and defend my title. I'm watching closely tonight. This was on her Twitter. Posted on her Twitter. And is there anything else? I mean, I know that after the match, what's her fucking... before the match, what's her name? Alexa Bliss cut a promo regarding Becky Lynch. And obviously she's very disappointed. I'm sure she should be, in real life. Because she's not getting that title opportunity. She ended up losing to freaking Naomi, who Naomi hasn't really done much. I mean, I like Naomi, but... And she lost, you know, Alexa Bliss lost, and she did the tantrum thing where she's like crying like a baby. She's fucking like on the mat and on the canvas, and she was basically acting like a child. She was, acting up. She was slamming her hands on the fucking mat, like crying like wah, that kind of fucking thing. Alexa Bliss was supposed to lose to Becky Lynch. Obviously, wanted to get that moment. They wanted to, like Alexa Bliss lost, and then she would throw the tantrum. But this takes away from the pay-per-view. This is fucking sad. I still don't... What the hell is Becky Lynch's injury? It was said in this... I'm trying to read this. There's nothing here that says what her problems, what's wrong with her fucking, with her health. It just says that she has a injury, and that's it. Nobody knows what's going on. Anyway, hopefully she gets back on track, and maybe a part of me was thinking like they were going to take the title away from her, and it's going to be a title match between Alexa Bliss and somebody else. Maybe it was against Naomi, but so it's going to be like a vacant title, So, I mean, that's a possibility. I'm sure that Alexa Bliss would get it, if that was the case. She would fucking get the title, like, it would speed up her push. It would speed up her getting the title. Bray Wyatt going up against Randy Orton. This was the main event. It went about 50 minutes here. I didn't really pay too much attention to this match. I just didn't really care at this point. I just didn't fucking give a shit. It was just like, whatever, you know what I mean? I had no invested time in this one. Like Bray and Randy Orton, I wanted to see it before, in the previous pay-per-view, the previous SmackDown pay-per-view. But at this point, it was just like, whatever. Bray Wyatt was able to win, though. The cool moment in this match was when Luke Harper came out. I predicted him coming out. I think a lot of people did. Luke Harper, it's about damn time he came back. He basically appeared, the lights went off. He appeared in front of Randy Orton. Randy Orton was like, oh shit. And then Bray Wyatt got the sneaky pinfall on Randy Orton, and that was the 1, 2, 3. So that was cool. And looks like the Wyatt family's back. I can, it's nice to have them back. The Wyatt family, they've always been like one of the cooler factions in the past 3 or 4 years, but now it's time that it's about fucking time that Bray starts winning. I mean, if he lost again, I would have been like, God damn it, there's no future for this guy. Like, he might as well quit. As far as Bray Wyatt, it's cool. He should be in the main event. He should be working against the championship. I don't think he's ever held a fucking title in that company. I'm trying to think. Has he ever won a championship in the WWE? I don't think so. I'm trying to see. Let's see. He was the FCW champion, tag team champion with Bo Rotundo. He was the FCW Florida tag team champion, and I'm sure that was way, way back in the day, many, many years ago. He was in the Nexus. I remember that. He was in the shitty Nexus storyline. That was terrible. But anyway, again, not a bad pay-per-view. A couple of matches that really stood out. The championship matches were great. Alright, so that's it for this episode of The Review Space. Check out the channel for more wrestling-related videos. Subscribe and all that good stuff. And until next time, peace.